Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is G. You're watching Allastrology, and this is your August new moon. August new moon 2025. And there it is. August 23rd. August 23rd, 104, 105 a.m. That's the central time zone. Adjust for where you live. We have a new moon, a new beginning, an opportunity for you to set intentions and to use the knowledge of the energy, the knowledge of the power that is available for the new moon. A new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees. Now, a new moon is the sun and the moon. You see them here together. Regulus sits at 0 degrees. It's a fixed star, moves really slow. It's a royal star. It's a big deal. Regulus is extremely powerful. In Virgo, it's been taking a deep dive. It's been highlighting the mind. Virgo is my health, the mind health, the mental well-being, so it can drown in the details. It has the ability to see kind of both sides and be flexible and mutable and move back and forth. So there can be kind of like a duality because we think of the Gemini Mercury, right? Gemini is co-ruler of Mercury and Virgo. You know, it's striving to get better, to do better, to make something better, even perfect, right? But absolutely an expectation of constant improvement. Like that's Virgo energy. I guess we could say Virgo's got pretty darn high expectations in a sense, right? It's the data. It can bring the receipts even. It brings the receipts and it says, wait a minute, the 2 + 2 = 4, not 8. That doesn't make any sense here. What kind of math is that, right? The news, the informations, coworkers, neighbors, siblings, jobs. Jobs like taking care of people, healthcare, right? Healthcare, like in-home healthcare workers, but service, personal service, right? The service industry. And so jobs would be a big deal. And a revelation in some sort because it's the sun and the moon, the new beginning with Regulus. So what will you be beginning? Because that's what new moon energy brings. It's the vibration of this is a new start. So we're looking in our charts. Do you have anything in Virgo energy between 0 and we'll say 2, maybe even 3 degrees? Maybe even 3 degrees. Because this new beginning, again, isn't just the sun and the moon. It's including Regulus, which is a very powerful fixed star. And what does the Regulus energy mean anyway? This has got like a boss energy to it. For people who have objects near Regulus, near this 0 degree point, like in your birth chart, when I say that, it gives that vibration of there will be this hyper focus likely on those details in the minutia because this person can see the details, can see how it could be better. Some would say it can see the lack. It can see, well, wow, that's kind of crappy. We might want to improve upon that. But it doesn't always have to be so critical. It can just simply walk in and just be, you know, like that jack of all trades or like that great troubleshooter. Like, can think of lots of workarounds. You know, one of the famous Virgo sayings is there's lots of ways to solve that problem. There's never just one way because they've got that mind energy. Like they're the MacGyvers in a way too. Could take the most mundane, practical things that were all around him to just create a tool or to create something he needed. He was normally in like an emergency, urgent situation. And that is interesting because 0 degrees is also something we have to talk about. 0 degrees would be, it's a critical degree. It's usually like a critical point of some sort, almost like a crisis point where we kind of am forced to make a decision possibly. Yeah, another key thing for Mercury. Mercury is about options and decisions. So for you, you're really kind of want to know this in advance because then you're realizing you may have options. Don't jump at the first thing that comes along because it's the sun and the moon and Regulus and it's Mercury, which is we're going to talk, we're going to communicate. I might need to do some research. I need to look at all my options. And it's okay to say, give me a little bit of time. I have to think about this. We've got Mercury right there in Leo. And I don't know if you saw my weekly video, the week of August 18th. I mentioned this. We're going to have Mercury in Fortuna. This is Fortuna right here. The ship's wheel, the wheel that the captain holds on to steer the ship. The ship's wheel, the tides, right? Fortunes rise and fall. This is Mercury conjunct this. And it's in Leo energy. It's at 12 degrees here today, at this moment. They're both at 12. Woo, interesting. So Leo, we children, fun, joy, creativity, but also public figures, people who are entertainers, but even more so politicians, because the nowadays politician, not all of them, but a lot of them absolutely have their social media sites. And a lot of that is just to entertain the constituents, to it's a show for the constituents. You follow? Not to say that there aren't any good ones out there, but 12 degrees is institutional energy. It is politicians. It is a public figure for sure. All right. Can be someone famous, someone infamous, but 12 is behind closed doors, Leo energy, children, fun, joy, creativity, romance, having a good time. We're just playing around, fun and laughter. Like that's that whole Leo vibration. Mercury is still in the shadow zone of that retrograde. So Mercury is still revealing and collecting and revealing in a way information, some more details that we didn't have access to before and we have access to now. This information feeds into this new beginning, public figures. So public figures, could this be the mental well-being of public figures, of a particular public figure, of certain authoritarians where we know for someone to want to be an authoritarian, for someone to actually play that role out of I am the supreme being, I am the master, I rule over you and you have no rights, I can do no wrong and there's zero accountability. Hello, God complex, do you think? And there may be information that comes out about something from the past, 12 degrees, something behind closed doors. People were having a good time. There might have been some risky business involved. Unfortunately, because it's Leo and children are here, there might be news about that has something to do with public figures and children. Squaring the new moon is Uranus, an authority figure, my freedom, my independence, my originality, my ability to be independent. Now, this can be the boss energy as well because it's Uranus energy. There's a lot of bosses in an astrology chart. Uranus is one of them, but it is also you being the boss of your own life. Okay. But this speaks to the boss of the markets, the boss of the data. This is shocks and surprises, right? This is authority figure. I've said that how many times, but it's unconventional. It's different. It screams new, plain and simple. It screams new. And it squares this new beginning. So disruptions, issues and problems and delays with technology. There might be glitchy stuff that happens. Hopefully it's nothing major. I'm praying because I have a lot of glitchy stuff all the time in general. So focus on what you want to bring into your life and use the new moon power, the new moon energy, and hopefully you can bring about what you want. It's not something that happens overnight, but if you focus and you've got objects in your chart near these degrees, chances are that you're working with the energy and it supports this new beginning for you.